Hello everyone and welcome back to Make Your Mind. This is the latest of my Saturday premiere sculpture videos, and this one, I must admit, has probably drawn a little bit of confusion to some of my viewers, but this was a request that I had gotten from multiple people, and it was also one that I very much wanted to do, mainly because I was just so impressed with the episode of The Mandolorian, which was the very first episode that I ever watched of the show. Now, spoilers ahead of time. I'm going to be talking about The Mandalorian. This is going to be about Star Wars, and this is going to be about one of the awesome, basically kaiju-sized creatures that we're basically going to be talking about here in this video. So, spoilers. You have now been warned. Let's continue, shall we? The episode in question where this creature appears is Season 2, Episode 1. Mando has to go to a city called Mos Pelgo to find another Mandalorian. And in the process, meets up with Cobb Vanth, the sheriff, and has to strike a deal because the sheriff has Boba Fett's old armor. And that deal includes killing the Greater Krayt Dragon. Look at this thing, man. This thing's amazing. Now, for those of you who are not aware of the creatures in the Star Wars universe, this creature has actually been talked about for quite a many years, not only in the expanded universe, but also now, thanks to The Mandalorian, in Star Wars canon. The Krayt Dragon was a mythical predator that existed on the planet Tatooine, and it was a creature that was both feared and famed because of both how formidable the creature is, but also just how mythical and rare these creatures are. The Krayt Dragon is the largest predator on Tatooine, and there are two species of this creature. The one shown in The Mandalorian, Season 2, Episode 1, was in fact the Greater Krayt Dragon, which was the larger of the two, and the Krayt Dragon in that episode was 600 feet long. And the Krayt Dragon, especially the Greater Krayt Dragon, has an attribute where it actually grows its legs. It grows more legs the bigger that it gets, but the main interpretations of the Greater Krayt Dragon were in fact with 10 legs. But they can be seen with only 8, and can even be seen with all the way up to 14 or even 16 legs, from what has been depicted, at least from The Mandalorian and from the expanded universe. As you can see, when you see the episode, the most of the Krayt Dragon you see is about this much. But the face, you get a huge profile of. Now, I know in the beginning of the video I said that the tongue was forked. That was wrong. That was a bad picture that I was looking at. The tongue is not forked, it's actually quite a big tongue. But it has this incredible face and these huge jaws that come out. And they basically come out of the sand like this, and it has this wailing sort of screech combined with a roar that if you hear when you hear Obi-Wan scare off the Tusken Raiders in A New Hope, the sound he uses is actually meant to represent the sound of a Krayt Dragon, which is what this is. Now, with the two subspecies, you have the Greater Krayt Dragon, like I have here, but there's also the Canyon Krayt Dragon, which is said to be a juvenile version of the very same species. But that's only a rumor. They say that it's also a subspecies, but stay tuned on this channel. I actually plan to make a Canyon version of the Krayt Dragon, sort of in the Mandalorian style, as they have done. But as you can see here, the creature is armor-plated all the way down, and the main weak spot is underneath of its belly. But this thing is basically capable of traveling in the Dune Sea as if it were underwater. And that was a little piece that fell off my hand right there. There we go. But this creature also, it basically has the ability to swim through the sand as if it was water at great speeds. Now, there are two videos in the link down in the description below. Two links to two videos. One shows the behind the scenes of The Mandalorian, talking about them designing this creature, and the other one is the actual scene from the show, and it's a fantastic scene. The Krayt Dragon definitely has it has a lot of prowess, and it is a menacing creature indeed. You do not want to just take on a Krayt Dragon all on your own, especially when you see that massive maw. And just like a dragon, this thing spits secretions inside of its body in order to basically destroy its attackers and also its prey, but it's not fire. It actually spits a highly corrosive acid, so that when it pops up out of the ground, it will spit acid at whatever's attacking it or whatever its prey items tend to be. But as you can see, this creature is extremely long, and bear with me a little bit, this clay's trying to crack a little bit. I don't have any wires or anything inside of this, so I'm literally holding it by hand, but it has the 10 legs, along with the extremely long plated tail with the sort of extended back end right here. It's got the 10 legs with the sort of grabbing claws that it uses to actually traverse under the ground and also on the line of the sand. It has this long neck, so it's capable of reaching out and grabbing its prey, and it will eat anything from dewbacks to banthas, and even all the way up to the mighty sarlacc. These things have been known to consume sarlaccs within their pits. The Greater Krayt Dragon, once again, is the greatest predator on all of Tatooine, and one of the most formidable predators in the Star Wars universe. And it was so awesome to see Dave Filoni and the producers of The Mandalorian actually bring the Krayt Dragon to life in this sort of style. It's just one of the coolest creatures. And I definitely want to make a canyon version, and I sort of made a test version. So this is sort of what the Canyon Krayt Dragon is going to look like. It's going to be, of course, smaller compared to the Greater Krayt. But this is the sort of start, and I'm going to make an even more detailed version of that. So stay tuned for the Canyon Krayt Dragon. I even made a version with the same sort of style head. As you can see right here, it has the 3 spines on the back. But one of the main attributes to this creature is that they decided to make it the less of the creature you see, the better. So once again, you only saw the head and the neck. And it kind of sucks though, because the model, especially when you see it behind the scenes, it has so much detail and it looks so amazing. But they didn't show it off, but I think they showed off enough to give it a sort of scale as to what the creature would be. But this creature is able to dig through mountain faces like it's nothing. It has this hard, bony sort of plate on the top of its head, and these plates that go all the way down its body that give it this incredible strength and also this armor, its formidability. It's an incredible creature to compete against. But one of the reasons why this creature is so well known, and also why it is widely hunted, the Krayt Dragon, despite how incredible they are. Lots of smugglers, bounty hunters, anyone who's looking to make a very dangerous but quick penny, they can all be tasked together to kill a Krayt Dragon because of what's contained inside of their bodies. Now, Krayt Dragons actually consume large stones that they use in order to break down their prey items when they eat them. And those stones become pressurized and smoothed over with the acid in their stomachs and in their secretions over time, and they create pearls. They create massive Krayt Dragon pearls that are bigger than a basketball. And one Krayt Dragon in the expanded universe was said to have 7 pearls in its gut at one time. And they're extremely valuable in the Star Wars universe. They're so valuable, in fact, that the Jedi consider them to be the greatest crystals to use for lightsabers because of how refined and extremely formidable they are. They're even better than kyber crystals when it comes to powering a lightsaber. The Krayt Dragon Pearl is one of the most sought-after items in the Star Wars universe, but Krayt Dragons are very rare, and especially a Greater Krayt Dragon, they're even harder to find because the Dune Sea is so vast across the entire planet of Tatooine. It basically covers the entire surface. Both the Tusken Raiders and the Jawas revere these creatures both with respect and fear because of just how formidable they are. When you see the video down in the description below, you'll see just how formidable these creatures are. You do not want to go against a Krayt Dragon, especially a Greater Krayt. But the risk is with the rewards. You get the spoils of both the kill from the meat, which you'll see in the episode, and also the pearls, which provide a great value and a great importance not only to the Tusken Raiders, but also to the Jawas, which they use for trade. But the Tusken Raiders revere the Krayt Dragon pearls as a sort of holy item. And there's some other interesting parts in that episode where they actually expand on the actual the Sand People, the Tusken Raiders, and they actually give them a language, which is a mix of sort of growls and sign language, which for me is an incredible, it's an awesome thing for them to give. But look at this thing, man. That face when it comes out, it has those teeth that come out like that. Look at that, that thing looks so cool. So it has this bony plate on the top of its head where it sort of swims through the sand, and it has these very tiny green eyes, as you can see right there, very small green eyes. Of course, it digging through the sand, it basically senses vibrations, very similar to something like, very similar to ants, to earthworms, and also, if anybody's ever seen the movie Tremors, it's very similar to the giant graboid worm. But this has been one of the more fun sculptures that I've done in a while, because this is sort of in the realms of the giant creatures that I make through these sculptures, but it's sort of delving into the Star Wars universe, because there's a lot of large creatures in the Star Wars universe. I mean, you could get to the creatures in the Kessel Run, you could get to the giant space worms, and you can also get into creatures like the creatures in the core of Naboo, the giant sea creatures. I can't remember most of their names off the top of your head, but you've also got, you know, the creatures of Tatooine, the Dewbacks, the Banthas, you also have the Rancor, and then you also have the mighty Zillo Beast, which that would be a fun sculpture to do in the future, is to make the Zillo Beast. That may be one coming up in the next couple of weeks, so we'll see. But this is just an incredible depiction of the Krayt Dragon. Let's see it from the other side here. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that looks so cool. Just look at that, the Greater Krayt. A massive dragon that swims through the sand as if it were water. Look at that. Oh, I had some of the spines come off. That's what those were. Give me a second here. Let me put some of those back on. Once again, like I've said in videos in the past, this wax clay doesn't want to cooperate, so sometimes you just gotta make it cooperate. There we go. And the last one right here. Oh, that fell. Hold on a second. And there we go. And there it is. The Greater Krayt Dragon. Just an awesome creature indeed, and I'm so happy to see that in the Mandalorian universe they were able to bring it alive and well into the Star Wars universe, because this thing was revered. And it was also a mission in the game Star Wars The Old Republic, where you actually had to kill a Krayt Dragon in a very similar aspect to the way that they actually defeated the Krayt Dragon in The Mandalorian. Push you up just like that. So there we go, folks. There it is. The Greater Krayt Dragon. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to leave a like down below. And remember to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss the next video. Let me go ahead and put it a little bit further in the shot. There we go. Bend the head up just a little bit. There we go. There's that face. Yeah, you see that? Sometimes this clay just doesn't want to cooperate. You can at least cooperate for the rest of the video here. There you go. Put the teeth back down. So there it is, the giant sand-swimming, acid-spitting Greater Krayt Dragon. So like I said before earlier in the video, stay tuned. I will be making a Canyon Krayt Dragon, sort of in the similar Mandalorian style. I have a couple more videos that will be coming down over the next couple of weeks, including, I've been putting it off for too long. I gotta finish it. I have my Gargantuan Leviathan 2.5, and you know what? I may even finish it and show it off for the up-and-coming Subnautica Below Zero, which should be releasing on the 14th of May. So stay tuned for the 14th of May. I'll have a video coming up, which will be my final, absolute final version of the Gargantuan Leviathan. I actually have it sitting right over here to my left. It's almost done, guys. It's almost done. I've been having a lot of stuff crazy going on with my schedule with YouTube and everything, so it's been a wild ride. But that sculpture has been one of the more popular ones, so I will finish the Gargantuan, and I will be... Then after that, it will be history. But what to do about the Saturday premiere coming up next? Stay tuned on Wednesday to get the preview of me making the creature, but the creature that I plan to make for the upcoming Saturday premiere is going to be another sand monster. However, this may be the sand monster that spawned all of the creations of sand monsters to come from science fiction. And in fact, the movie is being remade as we speak and will be coming out in the next year or two. And the creature from that is going to be the next Saturday Sculpture premiere. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a good one. And once again, if you wish to support the channel further, I do have a merch store on Etsy where you can purchase one of my handmade pins that I've made. I have my official pin, I have my first edition Watermark pin, and then I also have my Gargantuan Leviathan pin. Check that out. Now, once again, these are limited to 20, and these are limited to only 10. So go get them while you can. They'll be up on my Etsy store. The link is down in the description below. And I also have a paypal.me if you wish to donate directly. And anything that comes in, I do appreciate it. I would recommend getting the pins, only just so you can get a little piece of the channel for yourself. How many YouTubers do you know that actually make their own merch, huh? I think that's a cool thing. But with that, stay tuned this coming Wednesday, and also on May 14th, when I will be showing off my final version of the Gargantuan Leviathan. So thank you all so much for watching and supporting this channel. And I will see all of you this coming Wednesday here on Make Your Mind.